All right, it's a talk and a lot of noise on the continent of how the Chinese migrants or businessmen and women are mistreating a lot of black people. They're destroying mining communities, destroying water bodies, a whole lot of issues. Um, First of all, yes, such behavior cannot be tolerated by any society. And also the same way, Africans cannot go to China to do what the Chinese are actually doing on the continent. So if you look at it critically, you would understand that no, it is not a best thing for them to do, and we do not accept it as a people. But this is the catch to this. How did the Chinese know that there are mining areas in Ghana or in any part of Africa, or say in Zambia? How did they bring their equipment to the continent to continue doing what they're doing? There's always somebody behind that for monetary gains. Let's understand this, that China is millions of miles away from Africa, from the continental Africa. So if Chinese are able to bring their mining equipment to the continent and having documentation to the mines, I mean, who is responsible for that? So nobody should blame them. We should be looking for the ones that brought them to the continent, show them where the mineral resources are located on the continent. Before we blame them, we should be able to blame our leaders. The equipment they brought went through our port, were shipped into the country, and they paid taxes on these equipment and whatever businesses they are doing. So why should we blame them today? This has been the problem of our continent. Long ago, we have always long ago in history, we sold our people, and we have always been selling resources or be selling our posterity for whatever we can get today. That is it. We sell the gold, we sell the diamond, and a lot of African youth are left bereft of nothing, and always there's desolation, there's loss of hope in the eyes of all Africans, especially the youth, because our elders have sold what we could use for the future. And such sadness is what we left with. So blaming the Chinese in one way might be a thing. However, we should also analyze in a different perspective to see who should be held responsible for people who are miles away. Was it not the same way people came miles away and our chiefs sold our own people into slavery for financial gains? Yeah, that was it. So it is the same. It is Africans who sell Africans. It is not a white man who came to the continent chasing the African with guns in the bushes and selling them. No, there has always been somebody, and we should be careful of what we are doing to our own people. Our water bodies are all destroyed, and there's no one to account for it. And every day we're shifting the blame on the Chinese who are doing businesses. We should be able to hold our chiefs responsible for the disaster we are seeing, because they are the custodians of the land. Whenever these businessmen and women come into the country, they visit them first and give them packages, donations, which they receive. And so if there is ever anything that is going on, we shouldn't blame them much. We should be responsible enough to beat our chest that we are responsible for all this happening to our country. Yeah.